Wow, wow, wow. If you stretch the DNA in one cell all the way out, it would be about 2 meters long. And all the DNA in all your cells put together would be about twice the diameter of the solar systems. Wow, wow, and wow. Bacteria cells. The average human body carries 10 times more bacteria cells than human cells. We were taught always to wash our hands and spray our countertops. Yet, we are a walking petri dish. Once again, there are 10 times more bacteria cells in your body than human cells. For example, bacteria produces chemicals that help us harness energy and nutrients from our food. Germ-free rodents have to consume nearly a third more calories than normal rodents to maintain their body weight. And when the same animals were later given a dose of bacteria, their body fat levels spiked even though they didn't eat any more than they did before. Gut bacteria are also very important for maintaining immunity. 8 times as many atoms. There are 8 times as many atoms in a teaspoon of water as there are teaspoons of water in the Atlantic Ocean. A teaspoon of water, about 5 ml, contains 2 times 10^23 water molecules, but each water molecule is composed of 3 atoms, 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 of oxygen. Moreover, if you lay down end to end each water molecule from a teaspoon down end to end, you end up with a length of 50 billion kilometers, 10 times the width of our solar system. The known universe is made up of 50 billion galaxies. The known universe is made up of 50 billion galaxies. There are between 1 billion and 1 trillion stars in a normal galaxy. In the Milky Way alone, there might be as many as 100 billion Earth-like planets. Still think we're alone? About 1% of our genes comes from plants. About 1% of our genes comes from plants, fungi, and other germs. According to research from the University of Cambridge, humans have evolved with genes acquired from plants and fungi. But how did they get there? Rather than a straightforward single branching tree where genes are inherited from parents, scientists argue that sometimes foreign genes may be spread by a process known as horizontal gene transfer. For instance, different species of bacteria often exchange genes via viruses. Photon. It takes a photon up to 40,000 years to travel from the core of the sun to its surface, but only 8 minutes to travel the rest of the way to Earth. A photon travels on average a particular distance before briefly absorbed and released by an atom, which scatters it in a new random direction. To travel from the sun's core to the sun's surface, 696,000 kilometers, so it can escape into space, a photon needs to make a huge number of drunken jumps. The calculation is a little tricky, but the conclusion is that a photon takes many thousands and many millions of years to drunkenly wander to the surface of the sun. In a way, some of the light that reaches us today is energy produced millions of years ago. Amazing.